Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. I want to talk about Dogecoin and all of the hype that's surrounding this project. It's so funny to me that we're seeing all of these random meme coins popping off, creating millionaires overnight, and it's honestly enjoyable to watch from the sidelines. As somebody who did not invest into Dogecoin, as somebody who understood that Dogecoin would rise but just never expected it to go up this much, I want to talk to you guys about why I expect that there's going to be a massive crash coming, why I believe that the top is in, and how you guys can go about trading this in a profitable way and end up buying the dip potentially 80% lower from here. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And if you guys want to join my Discord server of over 20,000 members and growing, links are provided for you in the description to go ahead and sign up for that. On top of that, if you're a new guy just getting into these markets and you want to make sure that you're making better decisions and you understand a profitable way to make money, I have a link in the description to go ahead and download my ebook and my beginner's guide to cryptocurrency. This thing is full of a lot of information that I know is going to help you guys out tremendously, so I've made it free to download. Links are provided for you in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are for today's video, and I wanted to make a video specifically about Doge because of all of the recent hype that we've been seeing. As you guys may have already known, Doge has been going up recently because of the fact Elon Musk has been absolutely shilling this thing beyond belief. I honestly didn't really think it was going to be possible to see some stuff like that, but here we do have that inside of the crypto markets. Dogecoin, the biggest meme of them all, the coin that has no real utility, the coin that is in infinite supply, the coin that is 100% and always has just been a meme, is now being shilled by Elon Musk, and that's why we've seen all of the big rallies, right? Now, for you guys that maybe do not know, probably most of you do, Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live, and then that was kind of the big catalyst to this whole thing. And I wanted to share with you guys a tweet from one of my favorite analysts that briefly explains kind of what we all think that this is, or at least what smart money is doing to make a lot of profit off of the retail investors. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to Ambessa or Ambisa, I don't really know, but either way, this guy is probably the best trader on the entire platform of Twitter that I've ever seen. Hands down, this guy is a legend. I highly recommend that you guys go and check him out because this guy is just insanely accurate with all of his calls. You know, guys, at the end of the day, if you follow other people's analysis on Twitter, you're going to get potentially stuck in trades. You're going to potentially, you know, not fully understand what they're doing. But in this case, this is the one trader that I think that, you know, you'd probably be able to follow to have a really good accuracy. And so no, this isn't obviously investment advice or anything, but I really do think that this guy's a legend that you guys should definitely follow too. And I wanted to share with you guys a tweet that he had that perfectly sums up the whole picture and the bigger picture of what is going on right now with Doge. And this is the tweet that I wanted to share with you guys. Final stage, Elon Musk visiting NBC SNL. Elon Musk shilling Doge on live TV. So much volume to dump billions into. Smart money business as usual. We profited, we bought the Doge bottom, but be warned, adjust your stop loss. This rally is going to end. And this is exactly what sums up the whole greater picture of what is going on with Dogecoin, guys. The thing that you guys have to realize is that there has to be a buyer for every seller. And so it doesn't make sense that the smart money that accumulated inside of the lows, you know, they accumulated all of this cheap Doge, you know, pennies on the dollar. This thing was worth practically nothing. And then it's all the way up at 48 cents. And so these people are holding a significant amount of the supply. And if you guys go and check the chain analytics for Doge, you know, there's less than 100 addresses that hold, you know, 90% of the supply of Doge. And there's one address alone that holds over 28% of the supply. And so maybe Elon Musk, maybe Tesla, who knows, who owns all of that. But either way, guys, there's a significant amount of whales that control this market, and these whales need to take profit. And the only way for them to make profit is by finding buyers to actually dump their coins to. And so why are we seeing all of this hype around Doge? Why are we seeing all of these famous people hyping up Doge? It's because they bought the bottom and they need to find retail investors to get them to buy their bags so that they can sell, right? And this is exactly what Anbisa's tweet actually said. He's going on to Saturday Night Live, and he actually just barely went on that over the last couple nights. And he's literally getting on there so that he can basically get more people excited. More people are going to buy the rumor, right? The rumor. Oh my gosh, Elon Musk is going on Saturday Night Live. Oh my gosh, this is the richest man in America. He's going to send the Dogecoin to $1 and beyond. And then what does he do? He gets up there, you know, makes a couple dumb little skits, briefly talks about Dogecoin, literally nothing of what anybody's hopes and dreams are. And then what happens to Dogecoin? The great Dogecoin is actually selling off. And I made a tweet about this that I wanted to share with you guys, where I said, rest in peace, Doge buyers. Because what is happening right now, guys, once we had that big event, guys, the whole market's behave based off of buy the rumor, sell the news. It's always the rumor of things happening. Oh, Dogecoin is going to go to $1 because Elon Musk is going to talk about it on Saturday Night Live. Oh, Dogecoin's going to $1 because Elon Musk is going to send a rocket called Doge to the moon. Like, all this dumb stuff that really has no importance in the greater scheme of things. It's all just hype driven. And so because whenever you have these big events and there actually comes a manifestation of these rumors that happen, in this case it was the Saturday Night Live event, what you have happen is at the max point of that hype, that's when the smart money starts to sell their positions. And that's when all the buyers come in. They say, oh, Saturday Night Live is starting. I need to go buy Dogecoin. It's going to have this magical pump. And for a brief second, it does. And that's the retail buying into that hype. But it always is short-lived. And what happens is it sells off because smart money is selling on everybody. And so what we recently have happened here based off of the Doge price is we had this support floor. We sold back below it. We tapped the previous high of the last move. And then we went back up, except this previous support is now acting as resistance. And you guys can see that we've been rejected. Now, it is possible that this support holds. We could keep going up more. That is always a possibility here. But the big factor that I want you guys to point out here is Dogecoin hit an $80 billion market cap. Dogecoin is nothing but hype. There's nothing long-term. There is nothing long-term about this project. When we invest in the crypto markets, we look for strong fundamentals because at the end of the day, fundamentals aren't always the biggest difference in the market. We've seen a lot of hyped coins, the Shiba Inu thing, all of the Dogecoin memes that have spawned because of Doge going up. We're seeing all of these take off and they're hitting these major valuations and people are becoming super rich off of them. But the thing is, guys, is they're getting rich off of things that aren't going to last long term. There will be a rug pull. These will crash, and they will lose the majority of their value that is they're currently sitting at today. Now, you can make a lot of money off of these, don't get me wrong, and for the people that have, shout out to you guys, that is awesome, and I really think it's cool that you guys are making all of this money. I'm not a hater on Dogecoin. I don't hate what's happening right now. I think it's awesome, but at the end of the day, I know personally that none of this is long-lasting, and I personally just choose not to really jump into this type of stuff, mainly because of the fact I know it's hype, and this type of stuff has the biggest rug pulls. Not so much that you're going to get rug pulled by the developer or something like that, but more just smart money taking... Guys, the market is controlled by whales. People that bought early are the whales. They hold a huge amount of supply. So when these go up so much, and by the time you guys are hearing about them all over Twitter, all over the news, wherever it is, at that point, that's when all of the smart money begins to sell. And so you guys are literally buying into that hype. Same thing what happened here with Dogecoin. The reason we're seeing a sell-off is because people bought the rumor and smart money sold the news. It's what happens every single time around, which is why I avoided Dogecoin. If you made good money off of it, shout out to you, but I don't think it's smart holding on to this type of stuff. If it's hype, there's no real use case. It's not actually being used in any fashion. The people that say fundamentals are non-existent are honestly just ignorant because of the fact what they have missed out on based off of fundamentals over the last year, 2 years, has been the best performing coins. They missed out on Chainlink. They missed out on Aave. They missed out on all of these major DeFi protocols because they didn't understand the fundamental use case of these things. And so if you were ignoring fundamentals and you're chasing hype, you could still make life-changing gains, but you're doing it in a much more risky fashion that has a much lesser chance of you actually, realizing all of that gain. And so what I wanted to share with you guys for today's video, because I think I've rambled on enough, is really just the price chart of Doge. And I've gone ahead and made this chart for you guys because I wanted to summarize where I think price is going to happen. I wanted to summarize where I think prices are going and what's about to unfold over the next couple months. So the biggest thing that I want to draw to you guys is the Elliott waves. I wanted to give you guys a rough Elliott wave count and kind of where I think that this is stacking up long term. Now, I do believe that we're having another big impulsive cycle like we saw in 2017. And if we draw the Elliott waves here, you guys are going to know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this was our last impulsive cycle. Now, in this last impulsive cycle, this was only the one wave, right? So big picture, this was wave 1. We're working on wave 3. We'll get another sell-off, and then we'll get even another bull market after this, in my opinion. I believe that this is the second bull run that we'll get. This will be the most profitable bull run that we get, but we will experience one more bull run after this cycle, after another bear market. You know, we'll go through another 4-year cycle, and then that'll be the final 5 wave. And then after that, we might experience a multi-year bear market. But that's where we're stacking up, guys. We have, based off of the Doge chart, we finished wave 1 of 3, we finished wave 3 of 3, and in my opinion, we're at the top of wave 3 before we experience another one of these. Now, this is the exact same thing that happened in the last cycle. And if I come down here, you guys are going to know what I mean. This was wave 1. 1, 2. This was wave 3. 3, 4. Notice how it's the biggest, the most impulsive. As par, you know, this is the normal Elliott wave analysis that it follows. The 3 wave is generally the biggest, and it's the most profitable, which this one was. And then here, we saw a big sell-off in Dogecoin. We saw a big sell-off in a lot of the altcoins. In fact, this one sold off about 84%. And then we went for one more major impulse to close out the end of the year and the top of that 4-year cycle. Now, guys, this is the same thing that's happening here today. Now, what we had happen, see this big impulse, the most profitable one. And if we measure from the beginning of that impulse, you know, that's almost 230x that we saw here. This was wave 3 of 3. This was wave 3 of 3. The most profitable one that we're going to see. Now, what is interesting that I want you guys to really pay attention for right now is when we got the same 3-wave top in the last cycle, it was about, you know, the exact top happened at about May, the end of May, May 21st. The point in which we actually sold off from those highs was about June the 10th. So May to June was when Dogecoin topped out, and then we began that summer sell-off. Where are we at time frame wise in this cycle, guys? Where's Dogecoin topping roughly? You know, around May 10th. Well, that's where we're at today. We've been topping around that exact same time frame. And so this is really, guys, the same thing as why I follow these 4-year cycles. We follow them identically. There's a reason why they exist. There's a reason why people trade 4-year cycle theory. There's a reason why these crypto market cycles follow them. It's all seasonal. It's all cyclical. And if we follow the same time frames of the last cycle, guys, it's a literal blueprint into the future. And I swear to God, if you guys go back and watch my analysis on this channel, there's a reason why so many people follow me. There's a reason why you guys have been following on this channel for a long time. It's because we follow these time frames, and the cycles have followed the time frames 100% exact up to this point. It's actually eerie how closely they've actually resembled the last cycle's time frames. And, you know, to be quite honest, I expected this to happen, but it's a really crazy experience when it actually does come to manifestation according to your plan. And based off of my plan, what I've always told you guys as far as what these cycles do, Dogecoin will kick off alt season. Dogecoin starts leading. Dogecoin will take advantage of the market like Ethereum. Some of the big leaders will take off. And Dogecoin's usually one of those first coins to pump. It's the meme coin. It always does this, guys. And Dogecoin will top out. Some of the other high caps will top out like Ethereum, like Dogecoin, maybe some of these others like Litecoin. And when they start selling off, that money is going to exit the altcoins, and it's actually going to start trickling down into the mid caps to the low caps. And that's when we're going to have the most crazy euphoric cycles where all of the dumb meme coins go absolutely bonkers. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. I think we're getting close to that point. I do believe that Dogecoin is topping, and where we're at is the exact same time frames of the last cycle. We had that midway summer cool off. That's when Ethereum went to $450 and then sold off all the way back down to like 200 or something. And then we kind of consolidated for a few months, and then we went all the way up to $1,450 to close out the end of the year. The exact same thing is happening today with Doge. We're following the same time frames. We're about to experience this midway cool off of the cycle. We're about to experience this first major correction inside of the altcoins. And this is why I'm going to stress to you guys that there is somewhat of an importance to take some profits this summer, especially if you're up a lot on these high caps, because what you're going to want to do is actually shuffle that profit out of the high caps and move it into some of the mids to some of the low caps. and then really take advantage of this big move that we're going to see across the DeFi protocols, across the mid caps, across the low caps, because this is where we're going to experience the most profitable bull cycle. If you're watching your altcoins and they're still below their all-time highs, they're looking like they're back down in this part of the Doge cycle, understand that as Dogecoin starts to top out, this money has to exit. As people are taking profits, as smart money is taking profits, they're going to be shuffling that money into other coins that haven't pumped, like XRP. There's a reason why XRP looks so similar to Dogecoin. It's because the same money is going to be accumulating both of these. As this money exits Dogecoin, as these billions and billions of dollars exit, it's going to be trickling into some of the other coins, not just XRP, maybe Chainlink, maybe Litecoin, maybe EOS. You know, it's going to shuffle itself throughout the majority of the market. And so this is really what I think is about to happen, guys. What we have here based off of the volume profile, not only are the time frames lining up exactly, but if we also look at the volume profile, notice how we have this big peak volume here, and that happens in this three-wave. That's generally what you're going to see inside of a market. The three-wave volume is going to be the biggest, and this was wave 3 of 3. This is the most impulses. That is going to be the most impulsive three-wave of all of the impulses in the cycle. And what we see here is the most volume, which is, you know, customary. It's what's to be expected. Now, what we see here follow after is actually a lower high in volume. Notice how Dogecoin goes from, you know, 50 cents all the way up here to 60 cents. We have this big impulse, very profitable, but there's declining volume inside of that move. That's because smart money's selling. There's not a lot of new buyers entering this market. It's because smart money's taking profits and they're convincing retail investors on Saturday Night Live, hey, come buy my bags. Hey, we're going to the moon. Hey, I'm Elon Musk, right? And they sell into all of that hype. And this is why we're about to experience this big sell-off. If you see somebody that's shilling you Doge, understand you're going to be buying the top. If they're shilling you Doge, they've either bought the bottom and they're taking profits, or they're buying the top with you, and they're going to look really sad in a couple months when they lose all their money. Because, guys, based off of this volume profile, this is bearish divergence. I always point that out. Bearish divergence on the RSIs. Whenever you have a higher high on the RSI and a lower low in price, that's bearish. That's bullish divergence. And whenever you see lower highs on the RSI and higher highs in price, that's bearish divergence. In this case, we see lower highs on the volume and we see higher highs in price. That is a bearish divergence inside of the volume, and this is why we're about to see a big summer sell-off coming for Doge. Anyways, guys, I think I covered about enough thoughts and perspectives. Before we let's jump into one final chart here. And that is actually going to be the Doge Bitcoin pair. Now, guys, I want to talk about this one today because of what has recently happened. Now, Dogecoin, the reason we got this big impulsive move beyond the all-time highs and actually into just insane valuations I never would have thought possible is because we flipped this resistance. This has been the major resistance throughout all of history of Doge. We flipped this as support, and we got enough new buyers to come into the market to really send it to these unreasonable expectations. Now that we're here, guys, if we analyze the Elliott waves, this is wave 1, this is wave 3, and this was wave 5. We have a completed 1, 3, 5 Elliott wave impulse, and because of that, we're going to experience a massive sell-off on the downside. Because of this, guys, you know, not because of this, but we're going to see a big crash. I wanted to make this video to keep you guys safe. I know a lot of people are getting really hyped about all of the random meme coins around Doge that are popping off. The Shiba Inu hitting 30 billion in market cap. You know, all these random scams that are literally never going to long last. I promise you guys that. Ignore them. They're not important. Move on from these hype-based projects because you will lose your money. You might make a little bit of money. Throw $100 into some of these if you really feel like a Deegan. But guys, just be smart, please. I'm telling you guys this as somebody who has been wrecked in years past, has been wrecked, will continue to be wrecked in different ways, been rug pulled, been whatever, you guys name it. I've experienced it. And based off of my experience, I'm trying to help you guys to avoid Dogecoin. I do think we're going to see a big sell-off. People that are buying right now are going to lose all their money if you don't sell right now. I'm not trying to create fear. I'm trying to create, you know, logical thinking inside of the market, which I'm not seeing a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of people that, you know, I wouldn't expect to shill Dogecoin at the top, shilling Dogecoin at the top. It's just the way the market cycle goes, guys. Some people just don't know what they're doing, and they're going to lose all of their money. I wanted to keep you guys safe because I appreciate my community. I appreciate all of the amazing supporters out there. Guys, links are in the description if you want to check out my group. You guys can sign up to my Discord for free. You guys can download my ebook for free. If you guys want to sign up for my video course or signals, my paid group, links are in the description to go ahead and do that. If you guys want to reserve your spot for my live training. We're finished. Everything's go. I recorded that. So you guys are going to get an email when that is actually time to participate. So if you guys want to participate in that, links are in the description to go ahead and reserve your seat. Just put in your email address and you'll get an email follow-up when the time is to go ahead and participate. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Stay safe out there. Sell your Dogecoin. Get out of the memes. And with all that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.